let's get these wheel bearings in. I've had them in the freezer. I think it's these small ones. Yeah, small ones. There you go there. I'm not actually sure which spacer belongs to which set. Actually, these are bigger, so this must be the back set. So this must be the front one. Oh, possibly a bit long. Maybe that isn't it. Maybe that belongs in that one. No, that's way too long. We've got a front spindle here. Spindle goes through there. Cool, so it must be that one. Just to check, it won't go on. No, I was trying to do the right end. I don't think that's going to fit there. No, so it's got to be that one. Alright, let's get one bearing in and put a bit of grease in there to help ease it. Oh, I just realised the camera's not recording, or wasn't recording. But here's something I don't see people often do, is changing the sprocket carrier bearing. So I'm going to do that whilst I'm here. It just makes sense in my mind. Then it's all fresh bearings. Bigger. That's good, it's going to I think. Okay, so just a quick one before I go any further with getting the bearings into the swing arm, getting those wheels in. I just want to say a thank you to Marcus at Old Rare Retro. He's got an eBay store. He's had mentions elsewhere, but he's really good for RGV parts, RGF parts, and TZR parts, amongst other things. But the older two-strokes, he's got loads of bits. If you can't find what you need, drop him a message on eBay, because he can more than likely get it or has it, but just not listed. So yeah, his prices are really reasonable. Communication and service is top notch. Can't fault him. I also want to do a shout out to Park Motorcycles in Eastbourne, or Hannon Park, I should say. They've supplied me free of charge with the brake pads and light gear oil for the RGV. So massive shout out to them. And just to let people know that if you're local to the area, he isn't closed down, or then they haven't closed down, but they are only doing consumables as opposed to servicing. Oh, and they are still selling bikes, so you can still buy a bike from them, new and whatever they've got in stock. You can get your brake pads, your batteries, all that kind of stuff. And lastly, I want to shout out to Able World in Eastbourne, Commercial Road. I managed to break the lugs off of, I broke them. Two of them already had hairline cracks, and a third one snapped. The lugs on the sprocket carrier. It's a common problem, and he's welded it up. It wasn't cheap. It was £200, but it's £200 well spent when you think about, you know, how hard it is to get a replacement. So we're going to put new bearings in. They've been in the freezer. Just greased the swing arm. Haven't got a press, so I'm going to use a bit of rod with some big washers and a little spacer in it. So I'm going to get that set up. It's sort of similar sort of size to the race, but I don't want it to be exact same size, otherwise it's going to get jammed in the hole. While I was giving the linkage a clean, because it was covered in that crap all the way over, all the way around, and inspecting the bushes, which 2 out of 3 is good. This one, you can feel where the needle rollers have been hitting it, so I need to get any one of them. Oh, you can even see it then. This happened. They just started falling out, which doesn't surprise me because they're caked in crap. As you can see, these ones don't look particularly healthy. So that's going to delay getting the swing arm on. So I'm going to get ordering new bearings and a new bush. Because you can still get them, thankfully. I gave the shock a clean, which this isn't a standard RGV shock, this is from something else for definite, because it should have the external adjuster on it and canister. I've given it a little bit of a clean up because again it was rubbish, full of dirt. It's not going to be a permanent fixture, but everything else is clean, so I just needed it to be clean for the time being. So yeah, more bearings to get ordered. So the knuckles all rebuilt up, new bearings, new bush on this one up here. So I'm going to get to installing it. I'm going to do that off camera, and I'm going to put the wheels on, and then we should have a rolling chassis. So I'll see you when we're at that point. Right, we've got the chassis put together now with the new brand new rubber here instead of it being 3D printed plastic. So that's nice. Wheels and tyres are on. Swing arms in. It's looking good. Brake pads supplied by Park Motorcycles in Eastbourne. EBC, so thank you very much to him. I'm going to get them on in a minute. I'm waiting for the reservoir so I can then bleed it up. I could, in the meantime, I need to give the rear line a clean, just because it looks a bit dirty, and then I can build that up. I've got a HRC reservoir pipe that I'm going to use instead of the original one. Yeah, so I'm going to get doing them. You don't want to see that. So yeah.